So let's take a look at these clients' Bill of Rights. Home care clients have the right to receive care without regard to race, color, national origin, religion, age, or disability. It's very important that we remember, working here in New York City, there's a lot of different cultures, a lot of different races, a lot of different religions. So we have to understand when we're working in someone's home, we may come in contact with somebody that has different beliefs from you. And it's very important that we respect their beliefs. Here in this country, everyone has the right to choose their own religion, to choose the way they want to dress, the way they want to express themselves. So it's very important that you as home care workers, going into the client's home, you make them feel comfortable to express themselves freely and also respect their right to choose their own religion, custom, and culture. Okay? Be treated with respect and dignity by agency and staff. Keep in mind that you're a visitor going into the client's home to provide a service. It is very important that you give respect to a person in order to receive it back. So when we go into their home, treat their property respectfully, even though you may not feel that it doesn't have any value, it has a lot of value to them. Always make sure that you ask the client's permission before you touch any of their belongings and before you move things around. I know that part of your job is to make sure the client's safe at all times, and sometimes things in their home environment can cause them to fall. It's very important that you talk to your client about moving those objects before you decide to move them or throw them away. Request a change in staff to provide home care. The client has the right to change the home attendant as much times as they choose to. It's the same right that everyone has when they're in the position of a customer. For example, with your own doctor, can you change your doctor if you like to? Sure. Can you change your doctor every month if you choose to? Yes. What about your service provider for your telephone? Can you change your telephone service provider? What about your cable company? What about your bank? Okay, you can change them. Same choice the clients have as well in home care. They have the right to change the home attendant as much as they would like. So it's very important that if your client requests a change in the home care services, that you try not to take it personally. It could just be something small. They just want to see a different face maybe and have a different service provider. Be informed about changes in service of home care workers assigned on the case. There are some times where you may not be able to make it to work due to illness or any other type of emergency. The clients have the right to know when you will not be attending to work that day. It's very important that we notify them of any replacement that's coming, that person's name, and the language that person speaks as well. You may receive clients that speak, for example, Spanish, and you're Spanish speaking, but maybe the replacement home attendant doesn't speak Spanish, she only speaks English. So it's very important that we notify the client of any replacement home care worker that will be working for that day. Excuse me. Participate in developing and revising the plan of care. What is the plan of care? What is that document? What does it tell us? Very good. It tells you what you have to do for that specific client. The client takes part in making that care plan and generating it with the nurse. And it's very important that you follow that care plan every day. Okay? Where is this care plan located in the client's home? On the refrigerator? Right, sometimes they put it away. Depends, sometimes you have a client that has a lot of visitors that come to the home, and they may not want anyone to see the type of care they're receiving, so they may put it away. Just make sure the client tells you where this paper is located, so you can look at it every single day. The client also has the right to be informed about completing an advance directive. Can anybody tell me what are advance directives?
Any changes that we made?
Any changes?
Like doctors.
Right, as far as their health care is concerned. Very good. So advance directives basically talk about a person's right to choose the type of medical treatment they may or may not want to have. So everyone here in the United States of America has the choice to choose whether you want to have surgery or not have the surgery. Different types of treatment you may be able to receive, or maybe you don't want to. Maybe your religion says that you cannot have a blood transfusion, so you want to opt out of having that done. So it's very important that we understand each and every client in home care has the right to fill out their advance directive, and they have the right to have that followed. Clients also have the right to receive information about procedures to voice grievances. And we know grievances mean any concerns or complaints they may have in reference to the service that the home attendant is providing or in reference to the service they're receiving from the agency. And last but not least, the client also has the right for confidentiality of all of their records and any information related to their care. And we know this because there are two laws in this country that affect person confidentiality, right? Can anybody tell me the names of those laws? Say that again?
There's one?
Very good. HIPAA privacy is one. And what is the second one? What's the second one? HIPAA privacy is the first one. We know that's a national law. And what else affects us here in New York City? What about the HIV and AIDS confidentiality law, right? Yes, that affects us. So it's very important that we keep in mind that when we're going into these clients' homes, sometimes we come in contact with personal information, information like their social security number, you know, the type of medications they're taking, so we know what illnesses they may have. And it's very important that you keep that information private and confidential to yourself. Okay, are there any questions about the Client's Bill of Rights? Everything clear? Yes? Okay, great.